Well, good Monday evening to you. We're calming down for the night here. Here's a look at the Discount Motors camera in Pueblo. Current temperature is 80 degrees. I'm going to step back here so you can see 20 mile an hour right now is what the last reading of the wind is. It's probably from some outflows from other thunderstorms. Otherwise, looking pretty nice here in Pueblo. Here's the Monument Cam sponsored by Hydrix, 72 degrees. So again, very comfortable for us as we wind down the evening, and the radar is verifying that here. We do have a slight thunderstorm that just crossed over outside of our coverage area, just at the top of the northeast of El Paso County. Otherwise, we're dry across the board. Now, the reason why we're seeing all these thunderstorms and rain chances throughout the week is because if we look at the national scene here, there's a high pressure over Texas at the moment and a low pressure to our west there. And it's just funneling in the southerly moisture into our area here and really just fueling the afternoon thunderstorms that we're seeing. And the pattern hasn't broken. It's been the same for the last couple of days here, and it's going to continue for the next couple of days. So notice here on the best chances to see rainfall, we actually increased rain chances going into tomorrow and also Wednesday. These are going to be our best chances to see rainfall, even into Thursday, kind of some scattered chances. But then as we go into the weekend, the pattern starts to kind of calm down a little bit and we start to lessen our rain chances. But to get through tomorrow, notice here we start the day pretty clear. The big takeaway points for tomorrow is that coverage is a little bit more, and we are going to see a little bit more isolated thunderstorms. Not every thunderstorm tomorrow is going to be strong to severe, but they have the potential to be. And we're going to see a little bit more isolated showers too across the area wide from about the early afternoon through the dinner time period. So notice here, pretty messy day, seeing a lot of activity into the higher terrain and along I-25, but even extending out into the eastern plains here. And again, this continues even into the dinner time hours before we clear up going into the evening. Now, we do have dew points that are in the 50s to the mid 50s, even upper 50s in some spots. This is going to continue fueling our storm chances. So like I said, not every thunderstorm tomorrow is going to be strong to severe, but some of them could be given the conditions that we have in the atmosphere. And if you notice here on the wind cast, notice that it could be gusty at times, gusting up to 40 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour. And obviously, if there is a thunderstorm that is stronger, it could gust even higher than what we're seeing here on the wind cast. So just something to be mindful of. Now tomorrow, it's still going to be really warm. Upper 80s here in Colorado Springs, low 80s in Monument, mid 90s in Pueblo and along the Arkansas River. Now, as we go into Wednesday, remember how I told you that, bigger chance for rain, a little bit more coverage in terms of showers and storms. That's going to tank our temperatures by about a couple degrees here. You'll notice in the low 80s for the Springs for high temperatures, mid 70s for Monument, low 90s there in Pueblo, 84 degrees down there in Trinidad. So a little bit cooler for our Wednesday. You're going to feel it just a little bit as we go into midweek. Now, we're going to see these showers and storms continue, like I said, through Thursday. But the good news is the pattern starts to break as we go into the weekend. And notice here, triple digits come back into the picture for Pueblo and less rain chances across the board. Upper 90s for Canyon City, even into the 80s for Woodland Park. And that's about the same here in Colorado Springs. Seeing some thunderstorm activity and some rain chances for the short term. And then we start to clear up as we go into the weekend. So looking here long term, here's the 10-day, 95-day.